And here we are again. When one Zelda ends, another begins. Sort of. We just finished off Skyward Sword a few days ago, last week, end of the week, and yes, it is time for a new Zelda. And we are going to be playing Breath of the Wild, a game I have not played before. If you were just joining in on this particular stream, you're watching the VODs on Twitch or YouTube, whatever it may be, and you haven't seen the previous ones that have occurred around this time period, I have not played a mainline Zelda game in quite some time, up until the ones that I've streamed recently. So I stopped playing Zelda games at about Twilight Princess when that came out. Because as I started it, the game quickly got destroyed by a relative's dog. So I said, you know what? I want to play Twilight Princess. I don't want to play it on the Wii because that's the version I had. And I thought it was okay, but I heard that there was a GameCube version. And I was like, I think I'd rather have that. So it took a while. I finally ended up getting the GameCube version of Twilight Princess last year. Played it, streamed it, finished it, and I said, well, I might as well continue on with the games that I missed out on, at least as far as the mainline, series is concerned. And so I ended up buying Skyward Sword, played it, finished it, and so here we are. It's time for Breath of the Wild. I considered just skipping the other two, because that's not, abnormal for someone to do that. Skip a couple games, especially when it concerns Zelda games. It's not like they're directly tied to each other in most cases. So I thought, maybe I might end up getting this, but I never did. The more, actually, I'm going to admit it, but the more I saw about this game, the less I wanted to actually play it. There was a lot of aspects of it that just didn't quite appeal to me. But it's been, 4 years since this game came out? Maybe a little bit less. And I think it's probably time I give it a try. So this is going to be the Wii U version of the game. I have not used the Wii U in a long time. I'm seeing if there's a way to turn the brightness down just so I don't drain out this battery. Because who knows how long it's going to take, but I'm not seeing that right now. So whatever works. Let's go ahead and get into it. Haven't played anything off of the Wii U in quite some time, so this is going to be somewhat interesting. Hopefully there won't be any video or anything weird going on the Wii U. What do you call this, a tablet? It's prevented me from doing other games before, just because of how influential the tablet is. Okay. It says tap here to play on the Wii U gamepad only, but then it still shows like this stuff, so. Don't know what that's all about. Oh well, doesn't matter. Nintendo presents The Legend of Zelda. Oh yes, Breath of the Wild. Can't forget that little detail.
Open your eyes.
Oh yes, this was the one that had the voice acting.
Open your eyes.
I actually forgot about that.
Wake up, Link.
It's a bit odd looking, but hey, it's our protagonist. Oh no. Looks a bit like a troll man. I'm not sure I like the proportions going on here, but maybe it's just because he doesn't have anything on. Maybe once we get that hidden away, it'll look a little bit more natural.
That is a Shiekah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
He is a troll. Well, maybe. Shiekah Slate. Mysterious tablet glow with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it as I look at my Wii U tablet. Yes. For all intents and purposes, you're naked. Naked and Afraid. I've actually never watched that. Though I've got plenty of family that does and always gets me to try to watch it, and I just cannot. So we're kind of going back to controller base, but well-worn trousers. These old trousers are threadbare in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit too short, though. That's not... Okay, there we go. Well, that's all you need, really.
Hold the Shiekah slate up to the pedestal.
I don't actually have to hold this up, do I? What's up, TBC Link? Welcome back. Vsauce Michael here. Actually, I never watched... Well, no, I've watched a couple of Vsauce videos, but not in full, I don't believe. Hold the Shiekah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way. Will it, though? Authenticating. Shiekah slate confirmed. This is like a new technology. Oh, I just noticed that there's 2 chests up there. Whoa, speaking of chests.
You are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Okay. Also, I was checking to see the volume. I don't know how... Let's wait until we get into some more action-y parts and see what the volume is looking like. For now, the dialogue seems to be at an okay level, but sometimes there's a little bit more to it. There we go. It still doesn't look completely normal, but I'll take it. Is there do we have a dash button? Oh, there we go. Stamina meter's back. Oh, I'm not actually running here. Oh my god. Look at this barren wasteland. Oh, what's up, Godot? Welcome. I wonder if they'll keep the voice acting going forward, or if they'll pull a Super Mario Sunshine. Well, I would think at least for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, they'll probably keep the voice acting as part of it, but who can say if once we move on past Breath of the Wild. If that will even ever be a thing. You know, sometimes when Nintendo has a good idea, they're hard-pressed to branch away from it until it absolutely fails. Already beginning with the collecting. This one's new for you too. You had a 6-year gaming hiatus, jeez. Heard good things about it. Oh man, everybody adores this game. I would watch every once in a while. I'd take a little peek at some people that were streaming it. That for me is just kind of like how I demo games instead of like actually demoing them for myself, because I don't want to go through the process of downloading or whatever. So usually I'll just take a look at what people are streaming, how they're playing it, what it's looking like, and it looked okay, but there are certainly aspects about it that I was not too keen on, but we'll see how it goes. It's definitely a different take on Zelda, so change of pace is always nice. Apple common fruit found on trees all around Hyrule. Eat it fresh or cook it to increase its effect. Hello, old man. Oh, okay. I guess the voice acting isn't quite for everything. Oh ho, well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Bye. Who are you? Me. I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Bye. Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That's a bold claim. A can or a lantern? Ah, that looks familiar. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Okay. Torch. Oh, was that his? Well, I'm taking it. This torch will stay lit once ignited, but if you put it away, the flame will be extinguished until you light it again. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? What options? It's a secret to everyone. I see. Well then, do as you please. There are plenty of monsters ahead of here, though. Remember that you can use that as a weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. Oh good, we still have lock on. Oh, I see. Okay. What a... Oh, okay, I didn't even know that was there. I beg your pardon. It wasn't my fault. I was just seeing if I could open the menu. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me. I could not resist pulling your leg. I see, okay. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. Yeah. How do I do this? That's the baked apple. Can I bake mushrooms? Hold. Drop? Oh, I see. One of these deals. Is it gonna burn? Oh, okay. Wait, it didn't finish cooking. No, not that. Well, there you have it. Okay, well, bye then. Oh god. What the... Oh, I forgot that this thing had bumpers.
Think.
Hello?
Head for the point marked on the map in your Shiekah slate.
Oh, okay. Minus button. Follow the Shiekah slate. Alright. Yeah, I could do that. Woodcutter's axe. Woodcutter's tool of choice for felling trees. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing make it a slow, inefficient weapon. Well, that's disappointing. Oh ho! The hell are you laughing at? How do I... Oh. I gotta get used to the controls. I just want to light stuff on fire. There we go. Now I have my own fire. No need to bother the old man. One of the first things I'm noticing about this game is that it's deafeningly silent. Where's the music? Where's the overworld tunes? Alright, well at least we got some sort of... I was gonna say battle music, but it's not even really that. Bokoblin Horn. The severed horn of a bokoblin, a creature often encountered on the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but it can be tossed into a stew with some critters to make an elixir. Oh, okay. It's a recipe of sorts. I don't need that many. Whoa. It's a chew. Wrong button. Oh, okay. Critical hit, but that, did it? Okay, shoot. It broke the damn torch. Now I need to find another weapon. Unless the tree branch is going to be doing me any good here. I guess we'll find out. Two hits, your tree branch is badly damaged. Oh, wait. It's a good thing I picked up multiple. No music ever? Oh, that's unfortunate. There's a little bit, but yeah, it's not really... it's not that great. The other thing here, that I knew that I was not going to be... Ah, yes, you noticed that too. I'm just reading chat now. I knew I was not going to like was the weapon durability. And it seemed, I mean, hopefully... Let's try out the club and see if it works a little better, but I don't want to have to keep picking up, you know, a grandiose amount of weapons just because the weapon durability sucks ass. I am not a fan of weapon durability except in very particular circumstances. It's fine in games like Dark Souls sometimes because you can go long bouts without actually having to repair your weapons. Still kind of sucks that you need to do it in the first place, but at least you could ignore it for a long time. With this one, I did 2 hits and the tree branch was already breaking or broken. So that ain't so great, in my opinion. But, you know, maybe we'll find something that's a little bit better. My assumption is that once we get the Master Sword won't break, because otherwise what good is it? What's that? Bits and pieces you've heard of this OST and haven't impressed you. Okay. But you know, some people love it. It seems like it's very minimalist. We were just listening to that, quote-unquote battle music, and it was just little skitterings on the piano. Almost like freeform jazz. So, well, we'll get into it. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I knew that there was going to be things about this game that I wasn't going to enjoy, but I'm willing to say that it's probably something that I could look past after a little while. And, you know. We'll just play it by ear, see what happens. There goes the club. Goddamn, can we? Okay, there it is. Gotcha, asshole. Bokoblin Fang, a tooth obtained from a Bokoblin. It's worn down and not very sharp, but it's still pretty hard. Cook it alongside a critter to make an elixir. That's weird. What are these critters I keep hearing about? Oh, he's got a spin attack. It looks pretty nice. It's got a distinct visual style. So far, I like it enough visually. It's like we took this drastic turn when it came to Wind Waker, and that was, you know, the whole cell shading, Toon Link, you know, it was very cartoony, and then people hated it. Or the vocal minority, maybe, I should say, hated it. And then Nintendo did, like, a complete 180. They're like, alright, fine, you want, like, super serious? We'll give you that. Hey, a sword. And then we got Twilight Princess, which was, like, mostly drab and, you know, just sort of bleak visually. Not that it looked bad in most instances, although I do think it is one of the weaker looking games in the series. But, you know, it was a product of its time. Everything was going for the realistic vibe. And then we started to break away from it a little bit, and then we had Skyward Sword. And then with Skyward Sword, oh right, the weapon broke. Haha, silly me. With Skyward Sword, it just started to get a little bit brighter. Wasn't quite reaching Toon Link, you know, Wind Waker values, but it was definitely more colorful. In my opinion, more pleasing to look at visually. And then we come to this, which is just, it's like an upped version of that. This is cell shading, is it not? So we're back to the cell shading. It's just that the designs aren't as you know, toony as they were with Wind Waker. I'm trying to get my bearings here. This is what we're looking for. The visuals did not age gracefully for TP. Yeah. Like I said, some people still like it. I think the visuals outside of the designs, I think the character designs and a lot of the designs of the world still hold up. But I do think that the visuals, just because there's less style to it, it's less stylized, it does look more like a product of its time rather than something that's a little bit more timeless, such as a Wind Waker or even a Skyward Sword. How do? Also, Link got a bunch of crap on him now. We've been out in the world for all of 10 minutes, and he's decked out to the full. I'm sure all of that will be breaking shortly, though. Shiekah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Thank you. Is my is like Fi in the tablet? Is she like Siri? Oh no, go wildlife, run! We've set off some sort of world-ending device. Yeah, rip nature. Ah, it's just a tower peeking out of the ground, it's fine. Fi being gone is a welcome change. I sort of liked her as a character. We were talking about it when I was finishing up Skyward Sword over the weekend. All in all, she was fine, but yeah, she was rather intrusive and handholdy, and both those aspects were kind of grating. But just the fact that she would tell you like the simplest of shit, just like anyone with eyes or ears or any other sense would be able to distinguish she would inform you on it, and it's just like it was all. There's a humorous aspect to it, distilling local information. Shit, we're downloading from the net. Oh, but it's in the form of water droplets. Okay. They're taking this tablet thing rather seriously, though. Oh, no. They went with the Ubisoft approach. Find and climb the tower, reveal the map. That was big. Even Ubisoft is pulling away from that. Now, though this game is, what, like 4 years old, so... product of the time. Remember? Remember.
You have been asleep for the past 100 years.
Damn.
The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
And who is this beast? Oh, Ganon, okay. No, naturally. How silly of me to assume otherwise.
Now then, you must hurry, Link.
Zelda, is that you?
Before
Why do you have a British
it's
accent?
too late.
If I slept for 100 years, that'd be all the sleep I would need to catch up on in order to regulate my lifestyle. Follow the Shiekah stone. Where am I following it to? Oh my god, look at all these regions. This is the smallest one. What the hell's going on over here? Must be like Gerudo Desert. We've got all of the Farron Woods. I don't suppose there's a quick way down. What is this? Elevator? No, that is just a glowing spot. Alright, cool. There's no haystacks. I don't think I could jump down. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, God! Okay, let's not do that. I could drop down on these. Okay, that's better than climbing down, I'm sure. Depending on how bad the fall damage is, hopefully it's not. Okay. This is fine. If I need to get back up, though, that's going to be a problem. Yes? Who's hoeing? Oh, it's the old man. You know what this music sounds like? It sounds like Charlie Brown. I can't think of the musician who does the music for Charlie Brown, but that's just what I'm reminded of right now. My. It would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long-dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? Link's not much of a talker, you see. You need not conceal the truth from me. Truth be told, I saw the whole thing unfold from afar. Although I could not hear anything, I did see you react as if you heard something coming from the direction of the castle. Hit the nail on the head, did I? Santa's hoeing. Coming to town, baby. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? I can honestly say no. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. Oh, okay. Just off the bat. Usually the Ganon takes a little bit of build-up, but I see. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. If it's kind of swirling around, I don't know how much it's containing it, but sure. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. Whoa. Something turned orange for a second. That was weird. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Yeah, sure. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Hand it over! Paraglider. We'll take the solid snake approach. Paraglider? Oh-ho! Piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Main quest, the isolated plateau. Okay. After your descent from the tower, the old man told you that the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed 100 years ago by Calamity Ganon. Heard a voice coming from Hyrule Castle, but you cannot reach it unless you leave the plateau using the paraglider. The old man said he will give you the paraglider in exchange for the treasure that lies within a hidden location somewhere. Alright. Let's do it. Come, let me show you something. Oh, okay. Took a little while for him to initiate movement. He's a very large man. I don't know how old Link is, but the fact that he's dwarfed and those proportions make it seem a little, I don't know, weird. You see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. Okay. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. It's a different Link? They're all different Links. Just because he's different doesn't mean I can't gawk at his odd proportions. Alright. Hey, these things. I've seen these things. Used to be an amiibo for that. So when they initially were talking about this game, I think even before they revealed any of the actual gameplay, I remember seeing the cutscene for it. In fact, you know what? Back when I used to do the podcast, I was talking about the reveal trailer for this game, and what had sold me on it was the concept that it was just a completely open world. That if you chose to do so when you started the game, you could have just gone straight for Ganon, and, you know, attempted to try and best him, I guess. I don't know. I doubt that would be possible, but I'm sure someone has given it a try and succeeded. I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like we're locked into some quests here, so maybe it's not entirely the exact same concept they said on the onset when they revealed this game initially, but I thought that was pretty dang cool. I'm like, alright, a completely open Zelda. You know, I've said it before in the past. I don't know if I've said it recently, but when I first played Dark Souls, or Demon Souls, and then Dark Souls, when I got into that series, it sort of, in my mind, was what I always wanted The Legend of Zelda to be. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Oman Ao. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial, I think it said. Kind of faded away. But, you know, a test of skill and abilities, you know, I mean, Dark Souls is a little bit less reliant on the puzzles, but it definitely makes up for it in terms of combat. So it's like a more combat-heavy Legend of Zelda. You know, there's the trekking through the world, and then you have certain dungeons, and then you can open up shortcuts and stuff, ultimately leading to your final goal. But there was a lot of aspects about Dark Souls, and the Souls series as a whole that just reminded me of The Legend of Zelda, and it was like kind of, you know, aside from the stronger narrative that Zelda had, it was sort of what I was looking for in terms of like Zelda games, or at least the style of Zelda game. Certain attributes that I appreciated from the series. So it kind of filled that void when I wasn't actually playing these games. But obviously, there's no real replacement for these. Even those that attempt to do so still can't quite get it. Magnesis. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. Grab onto metallic objects using the magnetic energy that pours forth from the Magnesis rune. Objects held in the magnetic snare can be lifted up and moved freely. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, this is gyroscopic aiming. Alright. So we do have to use the Wii U pad for something. Oh, but this gives me the option to use the analog sticks too. This is what I was talking about when it came to Skyward Sword. I would have much preferred in Skyward Sword if they gave you the option to use the nunchuck analog stick in addition to the motion controls. Instead, it was just strictly tied to the motion controls, which sometimes got a little bit frustrating. But had they given you the option where you could like quickly default to either or, I think it would have been a lot more preferable. Sure, I would have used the motion controls in some instances, but I might have wanted to use, you know, the analog stick in other instances. Boy, Wrecking Crew. Oop. I don't think so. Who needs a sword or a weapon when you can have bricks? It even drops something. Ancient screw. Screw is an ancient machinery. It's made of an unknown material, and no matter how many times it's turned, its threads never seem to show signs of wear. Could use one of those. This thing don't got a ton of range on it. What's this? Come to me. Or I could just drop you right there. Traveler's Bow. Small bow used by travelers for protection. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used to attack foes from a distance. Is that better or worse than... Okay. The Bokoblin looks like a piece of crap, so... Although, at the same time, I don't know if I want to use the better bow just because of potential wear. I'm assuming everything wears out. Do the clothes wear out? Can Link's clothes literally fall off of him? That sure would be awkward. Wow, I solved the puzzle by opening a door. What is this? Oh, it's alive. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oman Ao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of the goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. Oh, that's not exciting. I thought maybe it might be a tunic of some sort, maybe a hat. That just goes right in there, huh? Spirit orb, symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. May the goddess smile upon you. Okay, bye. It's not much of a gift. Maybe that's the treasure the old man's looking for. So, in terms of that, that'd be fine. But, you know, what do I do with this? What is it? Oh. Oh. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. How did you know? I like the paraglider, please. Clairvoyance. Oh, or perhaps just something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. Oh. The appearance of those towers, and the awakening of this shrine. It's all connected to that Shiekah slate you carry on your hip there. Paraglider, please? I haven't yet finished speaking. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Shiekah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. That wasn't part of the deal, old man. Oh? Well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Yeah. Well, I guess he makes the rules. Yeah, oh yeah, we need a nice hair option, huh? If only. Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? God damn it, I gotta climb all the way up there? Are you joking? Oh, I'm afraid not, but do not worry. I have another little trick to share with you for your effort. Take a look at the map on your Shiekah slate. Ah, it's a nice map. See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Shiekah slate. Fast travel. Okay. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Is that how you get around? Okay, let's go. Just beaming on out of there. Even frigid climates, heat campfires keep you warm. Oh, there's temperature gauges too. They really jumped on this survival aspect, huh? Weapon is close to breaking. Try throwing it at enemies. Will double the damage. Alright. I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me. Did you fly here? What did you do? So you think an old man like me needs to fly to stay ahead of you? I still have a few tricks left in me. Now then, I wanted to join me up here so you could use this as a vantage point to search for shrines. Did you know about the scope on your Shiekah slate? I did not. Look through it, and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like to mark on the map. The pins on your map serve as reference points for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in. Alright, fine. Go ahead and take a look if you feel inclined to do so. If I so feel inclined. Oh god, this is also gyroscopic. Can I zoom out? Is that a thing? There's one up there. It seems awfully far. I'm not even sure if these are still on the plateau. I find it better just to use my own eyes. And then I'll go marking up crap if I feel inclined to do so. Alright, looks like the rest of this is not something that I can access. Do I need to talk to you still, or am I good? Bye. If you still wish to acquire the Paraglider, you must put in effort. I will not simply give it away, you see. Yeah, I get that. That's fine. Fine by me, old man. I'm assuming this game autosaves. Oh wait, system save. I guess it doesn't. Well, actually, oh, no. I don't know. I don't know if the saving down there was initiated by me or not. Okay, so it seemed like the closest one was over this way. What is that I hear in the distance? Is that music? Koji Kondo would be rolling in his grave right now. If he were dead. But, oh my god, the Zelda series, famous for its musical interludes and just all sorts of themes. Almost at all times, very rarely, is a Zelda game silent, no music. And I guess it adds to the ambiance, the atmosphere. Maybe it makes it more realistic for certain people, but I'm a big proponent of music in video games. I know it costs money, but especially when we had such a great soundtrack with Skyward Sword, with the live orchestra and everything, just to take a complete step away from that. I don't know what the hell that thing's gonna do, but I don't think I'm gonna stick around to find out. What was giving me the little question marks? Crap. I feel like silence is an odd choice for a pure open world game. It's kind of the deal, though, especially when it comes to like survival type games. I mean, you don't hear a whole lot of music playing in them, and I'm not saying that that's the way it should be. But especially for Zelda, especially for Nintendo, just not to have music at all. But yeah, it's like when it comes to open world games, the silence does kind of get to you. It's especially notable when you actually stream these games, because you're a little bit more conscious of the audio that's going on, and, you know, if you need to talk, speak. If there's a lot of lulls, but sometimes when there's something else going on, like music or, you know, action or something like that, you can sort of restrain yourself. How the hell do I get in here? And, like, not get shot by one of these things. Might just be your bias against pure open world, though. Yeah, you never know. I mean, there's definitely valid points to it, I feel like. I forgot I could climb things. Jabaij Shrine. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I used to be, like, way into open world games, especially when they were first sort of hitting the market. You know, when Grand Theft Auto came out, when the Spider-Man 2 game came out, and I mean the one that was, like, on the PS2. for the tie-in for the Sam Raimi film. Open world stuff like that was always impressive to me, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And then, you know, when Ubisoft came out with the Assassin's Creed series, I loved those first few games. Thought they were excellent. But then everybody started doing them. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Jabaij. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. And they just became super, super formulaic. It was almost like playing the same thing every time, just, you know, slightly different game mechanics, which I just commented on. You know, like with this, the big thing with a lot of these open world games was like if you wanted to explore the map or something like that, you have to find the very specific high point tower, and then like the map is revealed to you after that. That's something that carried over into this game, which I find kind of funny that, you know, Nintendo's the trailblazers of new gameplay and mechanics. Right now they're taking notes from all sorts of different genres and established things that have been in existence well before this game came out. Remote bomb. A bomb can be detonated remotely. Force of the blast can be used to damage monsters, destroy objects. They're both round and cube bombs, so use whichever best fits the situation. Okay. Do we have an unlimited supply? That's awfully strange. I guess it is a rune, so maybe it's magic based. Change runes. You can switch runes. D-pad up. Okay. Oh, that was on top of my head. Left bumper, I see. Okay, so we have unlimited bombs. It's just that there's a timer for them. I like how when he drops it, when there's something in front of him, it's just like it lands on his head. It looks like we can negate the timer, though, by switching to a different type of bomb. Traveler's Claymore, basic two-handed sword, often wielded by aspiring adventurers. Its immense weight can knock enemies' shields right out of their hands. Interesting. A two-handed sword. Haven't seen one of these since the big Goron sword. Slow, but possibly effective. Interesting. I think open world is a neat concept, but it's difficult to pull off without sacrificing linear narrative. It really depends on the story the games are trying to tell. That is true. I think there's a lot of open world games out there that just straight up go for the linear narrative, and they're relying more on the gameplay mechanics than anything. Which, you know, is fine, I guess, but that is kind of a commonality when it comes to a lot of open world games. It's just they tend to be a little more on the linear side in terms of a narrative structure. I think that definitely open world games that have a stronger narrative, such as like the Assassin's Creed, you know, not all of them are good stories, but I did enjoy the earlier ones. But like those, if you can get invested in something, it makes you want to sort of explore and dig into the world a little bit more, as opposed to just offering you a world with little to no motivation outside of maybe a handful of things saying, okay, this is what you need to do. Have fun. No, not that. It's getting there. What about that one? Did that one blow up? Oh, I guess I have to select this. So what the hell's going on with that? Oh wait, no. That's not what I want. I just noticed that this possibly is... Can I grab? I can't grab that. Okay, I was hoping it was magnetic. Actually, no, I think it might be magnetic. Oh. Alright. Alright, never mind. Never mind, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, maybe we come at it... Actually, I could probably hop up on this, yeah? I have to get used to the concept that we can probably climb on top of many things, whereas there'd be a lot more restrictions in typical Zelda games. Especially coming off of Skyward Sword, there was a lot of invisible walls. Fossilized resin, amber, fossilized resin with a caramel-esque sheen to it. It's been valued as a component in decorations and crafting since ancient times. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention about this. I guess this is sort of independent of the quote-unquote Zelda timeline. I've always been one to think of the Zelda timeline as a bit of a joke anyway. It's like they sort of cobbled together, you know, a loose story between all of the games, and then they put it in that Hyrule of Historia, which I can appreciate. I like that there was an effort made to that, but I mean, these games, they don't have a lot of hard set connection to them outside of just a few referential things. And, you know, every once in a while they'll have one take place in the vast distant future. But it's like the only ones that ever have any hard connections are ones that are like direct sequels, like Ocarina and Majora's Mask. But I guess this one is so far into the future, is sort of independent of all of the other quote-unquote timelines, such as the Fallen Hero or the, you know, the child timeline or the adult timeline. So I think maybe they just kind of wanted to get away from that, so they didn't have to come up with some sort of backstory. Your resourcefulness is overcoming in this trial, or your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks something volumes, maybe. Name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you a spirit orb. Thanks. May the goddess smile upon you. See a crust bucket. Where do they go? Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody told me anything about Stalfos. Oh, shit, these guys throwing crap at me. At least they got swords. And arms. Is there a weight limit? I'm kind of wondering if I could just pick up anything. Oh, okay, you can't carry any more melee weapons. I see. So there's an inventory limit. Well, that's fine. Hold up. I still have to get used to this. So the timeline feels the same to you as if someone tried to make a Pokemon timeline. Kind of an odd concept for mostly completely different games. Yeah, it's... And it's like, I could see where the connections are. I mean, obviously, there's some connections that are made there. At the beginning of Wind Waker, they have the explanation about, you know, Link saving Hyrule from Ganon. Oh, crap, I forgot about these things. Saving Hyrule from Ganon. And, you know, obviously, when they want to make a connection, there's going to be a connection there. But to say that all the games are interconnected by this, you know, overarching timeline, it's a bit of a... It's kind of like grasping at straws there. I feel like, anyway. Like I said, I did props to the people that did that. You know, I've got a respect for them in cobbling together a timeline, but these games, when they were made, they weren't necessarily made for hard set connections like that, I feel. All the ones, okay, yeah, all the ones that I marked are actually here. I don't want to travel all this way, though. Maybe I should go to the Shrine of Resurrection. It might bring me a little bit closer. I think as it stands, the ones that are completely, that like start off, what is it? It's like Skyward Sword is still the earliest, and then it's Minish Cap. And then is it Link to the Past? It might be Link to the Past. I'm trying to remember the timeline that they set up. I think there's like a good 4 games. And then you have... Oh, and then it's Ocarina. I'm pretty sure. Let's Link to the Past is connected to something else. Now I don't remember. Well, I know for a fact that like the earliest ones are Minish Cap, Skyward Sword, and Ocarina. And then when you have Ocarina is when it starts to branch off. The first branch being Majora, and that's like the kid timeline. And then the ones that take place after that, I don't even remember. But then you have the one where the hero doesn't defeat Ganon, and then I think that leads to like the original Legend of Zelda, and then Adventure of Link. Okay, these mountains are a little bit bigger than I was expecting to. And then you have the ones where the hero wins, and there's a child timeline where there's the world where Link is a kid, and then you have the one where Link is an adult, and the timeline carries off from there. And then I think the adult one, the next one in line there, is Wind Waker. And then whatever the hell else comes after that. And then I think I remember even seeing people like piecing together like the multiplayer games. Like the Four Swords Adventures and Triforce Heroes and whatnot. It's like, you can't tell me that there's any sort of connection. Come on, you're pulling my leg. The one where there's inexplicably like 4 different links. Just because. Oh, what's this? You stumbled on a camp. Oh, they gotta get their sticks ready. Ah! Oh, get up, Link. Jesus. Shit. It sort of worked. No, not that. Or... Yes, that? No, not that. Here we go. What the hell? Stop whistling! What are you doing? I don't think we have a horse yet. I don't even know how I did that. But, okay. Hey, a pot lid. Nice. Oh yeah, Spirit Tracks. The infamous Spirit Tracks, yes. I don't know which one that one's connected to. If there even is any sort of good connection. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, that was the club. Seared steak. Raw meat cooked over an open flame. Cooking increases its flavor and the number of hearts it provides. Got a full steak. Yo, you enjoyed Spirit Tracks. I didn't play it that much. The DS games were ones, both of them. And I know that, oh God, what is the other one? Phantom Hourglass. I think Phantom Hourglass is more generally received a little bit better than Spirit Tracks. I think Spirit Tracks is the one that everybody shits on, but I played a little bit of them. I had a friend that owned them, and, you know, he was willing to let me borrow them for a bit and try them out. I probably could have just actually finished them if I wanted to, but I wasn't feeling them at the time, and I never really played that much of them, so I couldn't offer an honest opinion. Just at the time, I didn't... Oh, get out of that fire, Link. Just at the time, I didn't really, truly appreciate them, but who knows? Maybe since I've been doing all these Zelda games, I'll go through and I'll give them a little try. The Soul Train! Yeah, Legend of Zelda Soul Train would have been a much more different experience, I think. I honestly think maybe it would have been more positively received than Spirit Tracks. Somebody came in and was asking if I was going to be doing the 2D Zeldas, and I was like, I did them already. But then I forgot about, like, the DS ones. I forgot about Minish Cap, and it's like, oh. Well, it's just something we're going to have to live with. But yeah, one of these days I'll probably go back and go through them. The best of the 2D Zelda games, I feel anyway, I did in the past couple of years. That being Link to the Past, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. I would toss in Link's Awakening, but I don't know. I don't like them as much as the Oracle games. Shoot, that club was getting me through. Now I think I'm screwed. I might need to go find some other clothing to do this. Because I don't think he's going to be carrying that club if I got to be climbing no mountains. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here. Goofy games were not bad. They make good use of the DS. That's kind of what I'm afraid of, too. I don't mind streaming a handful of DS games, but I can't do it without the use of emulation. And I just don't know how well, like, especially first-party Nintendo games on the DS are going to perform. I'm a little bit worried about that. Just because I know that when it comes to first-party games, they're probably going to make more use of the gimmicks, like the touchpad, than just your average DS game. So, in that case, it might not be the best thing to try and emulate. God damn it, both these things are off on the mountain. I do not... Can I craft clothing? Sir? Sir? Can you tell me something about this? So then, how goes your endeavor to explore the shrines? Also, Legend of Zelda Soul Train would have just been this. The Han Solo dance? Yeah, maybe. A good rhythm game. Oh, I was just feeling a chill. Warm fire can do wonders for a weary soul. Campfire is a wonderful place to pass the time. Staring into these flames, it's easy to lose track of the hours. Ah, please ignore my ramblings. Feel free to relax here for as long as you like. But what do I do if I need to be warm, but I cannot be next to the fire? Let me see, hold up. Oh, Warren. I don't see anything to upgrade these deals. They're 100% controlled by the touchscreen. Don't think some channels have used an emulator, but figure how well it worked. Let's play for those two are rare. I've played, because I've done, oh, what the hell's the name of it? Tingle's Magic Rupee Land. I didn't stream it, but I played it through an emulator, and I played a handful of games via an emulator. You just basically use the mouse. But, so, I mean, it's not like it's terribly difficult, but just with some instances, especially if it's like some of the otter gimmicks, like blowing on the touchscreen, I remember a lot of that was, Nintendo was trying to force that one. And it just, I think there are contingencies in place to get you past things like that, but I don't know. And I don't necessarily want to play an entire game just to see if it works before I actually stream it, so it's one of those deals where kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I need to find a shop. Is there a shop on the Great Plateau? Maybe I should go check out the supposed Temple of Time, or whatever the hell the thing is over here. Could be making a quick circle on the touch screen, maybe. Like I said, I am pretty sure that when it comes to a couple of the weirder gimmicks, they've got ways to get past that. But I would need to look into it. And, you know, I'm not afraid of using an emulator. It's definitely not my preference. I mean, if anybody's watched these streams here, hear me talk about old games or anything, I much prefer playing on original hardware with physical games. That's kind of what I mainly strive to do. Even if it's more expensive, even if it's, you know, not the best way, like certain emulators or ports of games would be preferable in a lot of instances, but still, I like to play original versions of games on original hardware. But I'm willing to make, you know, sacrifices. I'm willing to make exceptions when it comes to some of these games that are a little bit harder to actually, you know, stream or play. Something like Minish Cap, though, I wouldn't have a problem with that, obviously, since that's just a GBA game. I think that's one of the few that they actually have available on the Nintendo store as well. Yeah, the Temple of Time is just a temple that's been there a long time. Hey, I recognize that. Old Goddess Hylia, what are you doing here? Pray. Sure. I will pray for some new clothes. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. But you do not yet have 4 spirit orbs. Seek out the shrines scattered across Hyrule and face more challenges. Once you have claimed 4 spirit orbs, return to me. Okay. I bet you the old man doesn't really want these. I bet you the old man really wants me to bring them here after I'm done. I think I'm just going to have to hoof it. I think we'll probably just end up making our way through the mountain regardless of supposed warmth. Yeah. I need to pray for warmth. Oh. Link, you silly fool. You could have a weapon in your hand. There's not much going on here. This all looks very familiar, though. Oh, what are you doing, Link? Whoa! Camera going in for extreme close-ups. Alright, well. Now that we've wasted our time. Dash, okay. What is this? It's not quite the Master Sword. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze there. Rusty Broadsword. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. I wonder if we could take that somewhere. Is there even... I mean, stuff breaks so quickly right now. Is there even a way to repair things? You would think so. Most games that have stuff that breaks also have a means to repair them, but... I don't know. I don't know what the lads at Nintendo were thinking during the development of this game. Ugh, that sneeze took it out of me. Alright, we're just gonna Well, you know what? What do I got? I have a Bokoblin arm. What if I set myself on fire and attempt to run through the mountain terrain? Or the torch. The torch would work well too. I'm gonna go for this one since it seems to be on a lower... Well, I don't know. They're both kind of damn high, aren't they? I think that one over there is going to require some climbing, though. Looks like there's a boat over that way. I just don't know if swimming through icy waters is a good idea. Oh no, no, what is that? No, God, no. That looked important. Oh, look at him, he's shivering. See what you're making me do, game? Link's not having a lot of fun. What is that? Korok leaf. Oh, okay, we can still use it. A single swing of this giant sturdy leaf can create a gust of wind strong enough to blow away objects. These will sometimes fall off trees as they're chopped down. Well, drop one of the useless things. What do we have? Tree branches? I don't need that. Trade a branch for a leaf. Okay, cool. What is this? I could sit on that? Do I want to sit on that? Oh, no. No, never mind. I was just confused by the prompt. I was like, what do you mean, sit? Sit in the pot. Alright. I think I'm gonna make an attempt here. Oh, God. Well, you never know until you try, do you? I hope there was a... Okay. We had a save here. Cool. The only thing is, I don't have a fire here, so we're kind of screwed. But I still have that leaf. That's the important thing. Ah, shoot. Wait. I got the flint. Where is flint? Hold. No, wait. How do we use it? Strike it with a metallic object to generate a spark. Okay, so do I have to drop it? Okay, hold up. Hold on, Link. We'll get you something going on here in a sec. Okay. So, let's see. Traveler's Sword. There you go. Although we broke the flint in the process, but I guess that's fine. Hit it with a metal weapon. Okay, I got you. It's too bad I read that after the fact, but I do appreciate it. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to open up the menu. I'm not used to using the Wii U pad either, so my fingers often hit the wrong thing. Okay. Flint can only be used once, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what it seems like. What is that? Pigeon? could have eaten that. Ah. No. Okay, let's put that torch away. Let me cook an apple. That's a little far, I think. There you go. Cool. It's a shame we got to do this individually. What is a spicy pepper? Oh, cook it would create dishes that will raise your body temperature and help you withstand the cold. Oh. I should have read that before, but I didn't. Wonder if I could mix it with an apple, create a spicy apple. I think I would probably need to do it in the pot-looking things, though, so... Oh well. Future reference. Oh, fine. If you have the gamepad... You have a gamepad, you need to get a new one. I'm down Wii U without a gamepad because your brother broke it. Oof. Yeah, it sucks. I've sort of tried to baby the gamepad on the Wii U because I would be really afraid about breaking it. Oh no, okay. We just turned that blue chew jelly into red chew jelly. But yeah, just because of how important it is, it's more than a controller because it's got the whole screen on it and everything like that. It's like, I've kind of got a bit of a phobia about mishandling it. I wonder if you could just eat the pepper directly and make Link suffer. You never know. Let's see, we can eat. I seem to like it. I need help. We got a Breath of the Wild veteran. Okay. I will keep that in mind. I am one to prefer to do games on my own. But if I take a bit of pride in trying to figure out a lot of this stuff on my own, especially when it comes to the puzzles and other things like that. But if there is a point, because every once in a while, sometimes it will take a little bit too long, and I might ask, you know, for a hint or something like that, just so we're not wasting a ton of time. But I will keep that in mind. White choo-choo jelly, a jiggly substance that came from an ice choo-choo. Oh, they're choo-choos in this one. It's cool to the touch, and squeezing it seems to relieve stress. That's weird. If stuck, it will explode in a cold mist. Lack of suffering disappoints you. Well, when we put the torch away, Link seems to be suffering quite a bit in the cold, so... You can always go back and watch that. Alright, what do we got here? That is a metal door. I'm sure I can use that. No. Alright, hold up. Actually, I shouldn't have... No. Too late now! I was gonna say I should have looked for a fireplace or something, but... Oh, hey. Is there a way to... Oh, wait, there's a fire over here. Although it's surrounded by cock goblins. Never seen the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. It's probably the same. Yeah, unlike Twilight Princess, these came out pretty close, the Switch version and the Wii U version. I mean, this game was originally developed for the Wii U, but the Switch was coming out and they kind of needed some launch titles, so they just ported it over real quick. But since they had such a close release window, they were basically... It's the same game. Performance, apparently, was similar to Docked. The performance of the Wii U version was similar to the docked performance on the Switch. Maybe a little bit worse, but not by a whole lot. Oh, it's a blue cock goblin. Here, I just need this, really. Actually, let me try this. Hylian Shroom. Cook. Wait, no, I wanted more. Alright, well, fine. Mushroom Skewer. A simple mushroom-packed skewer has its colorful presentation to thank for its appeal. I guess we can't necessarily combine everything. But I do have spicy sauteed peppers now. Grants a level cold resistance. The spiciness of these sauteed peppers has been broken by the heat for a sweeter taste. Can I? Okay, hold up. Oh, look. Oh, man. Now we're cooking. Yeah, the only thing it needs is the Monster Hunter. So tasty! I need that perfect level of well-doneness. The more you add, the more potent. Alright. You just wait up there, cock goblin. Stamella Shroom, green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest, is chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release a stamina restoration property. What do I have? This thing looks like a piece of crap, but I kind of want to keep it on hand just in case, but at the same time, not really. I guess the torch seems to have a decent level of durability, though, so maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. So let's cook this bad boy. Energizing mushroom skewer instantly refills some of your stamina wheel. Simple mushroom pack skewer has its colorful presentation to thank for its appeal, much like the other one. Is the guy trying to call to me? How dare he? Oh, I'm like pressing A like a fool. Just like Skyward Sword. Shut up. Oh, shit. Okay, bye. What do we have in here? Oh, just... Oh, that's boring. Wasn't worth it. Amber. Well, that's a little more exciting. Keep arrows. Seems like we can hold quite a few, so I'm not really worried about either keeping or trying to get rid of them. I'm gonna ditch this torch, though. Swap it out for this one. And we can probably eat up one of these plates. Stuff your face. At least the Skyward Sword power stance is gone. Yeah, that's true. Now he holds a weapon like a normal person. Never you play feel like you never have arrows. Yeah, sometimes it happens with certain games, like ammunition on occasion will feel like it's pretty scarce. Traveler's Sword. Alright, hold up. We have a great many things to do here. Whoa. Link, hold on to it. Okay, cool. I'm glad that worked. Pull it up, pull it up. Oh, God. Alright, you know what? Fine. I'll pull this one. I do this. I wish to become Magneto. Alright, wait. We can still get this one. It's good enough. I don't like the fact that the jump button is like above the run button though. Ooh, no! Well, at least he's still alive. It's not that it's scarce, that you're lazy. Oh. To each his own, then. Let's see. Traveler's Sword, that works. Out of here. Miscellaneous arrows sitting there. Keese Eyeball. Rare material dropped by a defeated Keese. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. Must be good for something. Well, if we could pick it up, then it's good for anything, really. I have to fight so many enemies to find arrows. So are arrows only findables? Are they not craftable? Or buyable? I want you to teach me what BTB is. Probably not. When it comes to games and game mechanics, I like discovering a lot of stuff on my own. It sort of takes the magic and luster away if I am told exactly how things operate. I'm a fairly competent video game player, if I do say so myself. So, even if there's something I don't get right away, I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out at some point. Well, yes, craftable now. Okay. There's a certain enjoyment I get out of making connections like that. When those synapses connect in my brain, when I make those connections myself, it's a much more satisfying experience for me. Go back and watch my Outer Wilds stream. A lot of that was self-discovery. Nothing was ever laid out for you exactly how, you know, most modern games would lay out something. Nothing was explicit. You just had to figure it all out on your own. And I did, and I enjoyed the hell out of that game. One of my favorite games I played. So, in a similar vein, it's much akin to anything else. Where it's like, if I figure out how to do certain abilities or other things like that, or come up with my own ways to use runes or whatever it is, I will get much more enjoyment out of it. Whereas if people are telling me exactly what to do, I might as well follow a guide at that point. It's a glitch. I'm not one for, like, hacks and glitches. Besides, if I'm sitting here trying to exploit a glitch, I don't think that's going to be a very fun thing to do either. Cryonis. Create a pillar of ice from a water surface. Builds ice pillars that are very stable. These pillars can be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. If it's a glitch, you can tell me what it is, and I'll see if it's, you know, maybe worth looking into, but I don't know if I want a detailed explanation on it necessarily. Let's see. Okay, so... It's not hard. It's basically exploiting bullet time physics. Okay. Whoa. I figured it out. Barrier, activate. What happens if I do it here? Oh. What a shame. One, I was kind of hoping it would encase it in ice, and two, I was kind of hoping it would have some sort of fall damage, but neither seemed to be the case. Oh, so I missed that. Yeah, right? If he has skewers for his mushrooms, he should be able to craft his own arrows. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I had to build a platform of some sort, but that works too. I feel like... No, maybe we haven't seen it. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I was about to say, I feel like we should have seen a chest by now. They tend to be kind of early on in these shrines. Using BT or bullet time when you jump and shoot an arrow in the air, but during that time, physics get wonky. Sounds interesting. I didn't see what that was. Oh, it was a traveler spear. Do I have anything stupid I could get rid of? I don't know how... Let's see. What was the stats on this thing? Oh, 3? I'm sure it's more durable, but... Nah. I guess I don't want it. It's very odd freeform jazz, almost as hot as Twilight Princess's fart music. Yeah, it's probably a little more pleasant than Twilight Princess's fart music, but it is very low-key. I'll try it after I do this. What is this video you're linking me? Oh. I can't do anything about that. Much less in this game. They all say the same thing. I'm not going to bother reading it. And we are whisked away back to the surface. Okay, so I still have cold resistance. So jump and shoot an... Oh, wait. Thing broke. Oh, I see. They're like, some games utilize that as an ability. I'm surprised that you could just do that right off the bat. Just gotta wait for that to recharge. Check it, fools. Oh, wait. I guess I can't be holding that down. Alright, whatever. Whoa! Don't put that down! All I'm hearing is, shake it, baby, do the conga. Cool horn. B2B only works when 2 requirements are met. Enemy needs ragdoll physics, and anything higher than the red Bokoblin needs to be frozen. Shield surfing. Local club. Yeah, I'm good on that. So we'll take that arrow, though. Or both those arrows. What the hell? Ah! That just kind of came out of nowhere. Alright, we just have the yellow, or I mean the red one. What is the yellow marker? Is that for some, that must be for something I made off of the Great Plateau. Seems like there's lots of fun ways to break the game physics. That's what happens when it comes to like open world games like this. A lot of stuff you can't account for every single variable, because when you have more linear games like the previous Zelda games, obviously you're going to block off a lot of things to prevent certain character exploits to occur, you know, whether that's clipping through certain walls or, you know, having some sort of wacky, weird physics thing going on. And as a result, it's much more containable when you have a linear set game. But when you have an open world game, especially one where it's encouraged for you to climb up on everything and explore everything, you can't account for every single variable that's going to happen. So there tends to be weirder physics manipulations, glitches, breaks, and, you know, collision detection issues, whether that's with just the actual, within the actual capabilities of the player character, or even if it's with the NPCs. Especially if there's a lot of NPCs, you're going to see some weird shit going on. But that's just the side effect of the open world genre. It's like you unfortunately can't account for everything, so it tends to happen more often than not. Okay, I saw that little crack there. I thought maybe that was important. Hold your shield and press the top button, and then the button on the right. What top button? I mean the D-pad up? I remember surfing along like cliff sides in Phantom Pain when it came to the boxes. That was fun. X and then the side button next to it. So X and Y. That is a downward strike. Alright, whoa! We're here! Oh, well. You've seen a fun clip or two? Oh, I'm sure. Especially with as long as this game has been out. I'm sure there's tons of things people have found out that you could do. I remember seeing some webums back, a while back, when this game was fresh and, people were trying to experiment with a lot of stuff. It seemed like there was a lot of weird things people were doing. It kind of was interesting. But, yeah, sometimes it's within, sometimes it's stuff that you're kind of expected to do, and sometimes it's stuff that just, like, completely is off the rails. Press ZL to raise your shield, then tap the X button to jump, then hit the A button. Oh, okay. The one on the other side. There we go. Okay. To shield surf, jump while holding a shield. Then press A while in the air. There's even a tooltip for it. Alright, Godot. Always good chatting with you when you stop by, so appreciate it as always. Hope you have a safe trip if you're heading back home, and maybe we'll see you around on one of these future streams. You take care. Some of the basic mechanics. I gotcha. Dame. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Well, Dame. What's going on here? We have the stasis. Stops an object. In time, while storing its kinetic energy, the stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of stored energy can move even the largest of objects. See, now this one I think I've seen people use before. But it seems like at this point we're probably just expected to... that. Freeze it with this one. That goes pretty far out. And it's just stuck there now. Alright, cool. Phoenix Rebu, welcome. There's one skill you don't know. Let's see, what is this? Iron Sledgehammer. A large iron sledgehammer was originally used for mining, but it works reasonably well as a weapon too. Well, that's good, but... I guess I'll get rid of this. Don't have much use for it right now. Let's give it a try. See if we can whack this bad boy out of here. See ya. Ah, there's a chest up that way. Again, it was more like... I feel like I should have seen a chest already, so here it is. Traveler shield, okay. Sturdy shield, loved by many an adventurer. It is made of animal hide and sturdy wood, and best suited to defending against weak monsters or animals. Well, it's probably better than the Boko shield. But actually, the Boko shield has been, I guess, whistling. It's been pretty sturdy so far. We've used it on a handful of occasions. Not necessarily effectively, but, you know, it's been there. And I guess that's the important thing. Alright, gimme. This is the last one I need. Paraglider time, hopefully, unless the old man decides differently. He seems to make up his own rules. Yes, yes. The goddess is smiling upon me now. Well, I would think the numbers on the shield would relate to a defensive rating, so the higher it is, the more durable it is, but I don't know. It could potentially be something different, I suppose. With this, you've now acquired all of the spirit orbs from the shrines of this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it's finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first... Nope. Alright. Imagine an X on your map, with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross, there I will be waiting. Alright. Rip. Your last death spot. AMA. It means ask me anything. Basically, just you're free to chat. Some people feel kind of intimidated when it comes to chats, and I just leave that there to let people know. Probably don't want to have the giant hammer on hand, though. Let's kick it back to the Traveler's Sword. I think that'll be much more reliable. Okay, so we can go search for this. Uh-oh. He's cold again. I'm going to do the low-level one. I don't know how long I'm actually going to be here. You make a great narrator. A very soothing voice. Thank you. What can you do with 100 credits? If you, there should be an exchange rate thing down there. You could highlight your message. You can unlock an emote for the stream. I don't know. There's a couple different options down there. It's all a bit nonsensical if you ask me, but Twitch allows me to do it, so therefore I participate. I think there's other options, but some of them just didn't like seem good, so I didn't have them unlocked. Like Twitch has other options that you could potentially do, like that streamers can let people do on their channel, like prevent everybody else from commenting for like a minute or something like that. But I was like, it seems counterproductive. I don't think I want that. So, you know, not everything's going to be there. It's called being affiliated. It just might be. I'm sort of curious just to kind of go exploring, but I don't think I necessarily... I feel like every time I play an open world game like this, it's like... It's very easy to get sort of distracted and move on to doing other things. But, I think for the most part, while I'm on stream, I'll probably just go straight for story stuff. Or at least things that progress the game in a meaningful way. But who knows? Maybe if I like it enough. Kind of like what I did with Red Dead Redemption 2 when that came out. Possibly just end up doing a couple streams where I'm just exploring or something like that. Or if the game allows me to, you know, have a little bit of freedom towards the end. More so than it already does. Nothing pressing that needs to be done. Might try to do some extra bits there, but... Shield Surf? Alright, alright. Whoa! Totally extreme. I'll try to remember it when I'm on a bigger hill. Maybe we could do it down the steps here when I come back. It'll be like that scene in, what's it, Two Towers, Lord of the Rings. Actually, let me see if that is a thing that could be done. I'm curious. Yeah! Nice. One shrine remains? Are you sure? I thought I got all of them. Because we needed 4, I think. For this deal, anyway. Maybe we do. Unless I gave that one to that guy. Shrines climb spirit orbs. Amplify your being, so tell me what it is you desire. Stamina or heart container. Yeah, but isn't... I know that the Master Sword is... locked behind heart containers, because it needs to... What does it do? I've seen someone do it before. It's like it drains your health or something. There's a mod that makes pot lid into skeletons. Oh, yeah, for the, I've seen some pretty neat mods, I think, for... There's, like, a lot of neat shaders that are available, too, that this makes this game look primo more than it already is, but, this is actually on the Wii U, so it's not an emulated version that I can mod. Yeah, but I want to get the Master Sword as soon as possible. I'll do a heart container. Ow! I'm doing the heart container. Maybe the next one I'll do stamina. I haven't really seen a huge need for stamina at this point, but I'm guessing that there'll be plenty of things I need to climb eventually. I will regret that decision later. We'll see. I'm willing to live with that. Go and bring priest Hyrule. Alright. Old man, are you there? The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Let's see, what do we got in terms of good footholds? I guess it looks like this way is probably our best bet. Need it for running, gliding, bullet time. Swimming. I specifically remember a friend of mine, and this is primarily why I wanted to go for a heart container, but I specifically remember a friend of mine playing this game, and he said, I wish I hadn't put so much into stamina, because when it came time to get the Master Sword, you know, he was already done with the whole durability business, and he was like, I really wish I had gotten more heart containers. So I'll try to distribute it evenly if I do get more shrines, you know, and I'll see about upgrading them, like I said, a little more evenly, but we'll just do the heart container for right now and be settled with it. Oh, yeah, okay, you're trying to convince me. See, you need stamina. I use less than a quarter to get up there. So I'm perfectly fine with the amount of stamina I have at this point in time.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists.
Nice drip.
The Great Calamity was merciless.
Also, you got that little
Devastated everything in its path. Lo, a
Hyrule
century
Castle
ago,
theme in there.
It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I
He's
did
a
not
ghost.
think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously.
Yeah, I've seen those. And up the volume a little bit too.
This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. from deep below Hyrule Castle, seize control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, turn against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus,
That's how it be sometimes. So yeah, some of these cutscenes, I'm sure, get a little long, especially if they're expository.
However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link,
And thus,
you are our final hope.
the legend of Zelda was born.
The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
Moi?
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now,
I saw that, Phoenix. I do appreciate it. I usually try not to talk too much over the cutscenes, but thank you. And maybe we'll see you here for a future stream.
My daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead.
Some things never change.
Consult the map on your Shiekah slate for the precise location of Kakariko village. Make your way past the twin summits of the Dueling Peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Okay, go on. Here's the Paraglider, just as promised. Also, yes, I saw that. I was going to comment on that, but he talks. I always find it awkward when there's, like, half talking and, like, actual recorded dialogue, and then, you know, half of it, or even the majority of it, is just text only. So it's like, I have to come up with my own voice in my head of what they sound like, and then they end up sounding completely different. But that's what happens. King Rhombus, yes. Paraglider, an item that you received from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. Isolated plateau complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. Told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Alright, bye. Thanks for all that you've done. Soldier's bow, designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but it will still burn if it touches fire. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Seek out Impa. Alright. Let's look at doing that then. Kind of wanted to see if there's anything up here, but doesn't really look like it. Eh. Tutorial over. Everything's gonna try and kill you. If only. Alright, cool. Paraglider, activate. Yeah, for the most part, Zelda games ain't all that tough, so, you know. Although this one is taking quite a different turn, so you never know. Something might happen. But, as far as action-adventure games go, at least with the 3D Zeldas, they tend to be a little bit more on the docile side. Not so much when it comes to the 2D ones. Not always, anyway. Got a little camp here. I don't think I saw this one around last time. Dun dun! Oh, jeez. Let's see. Come up with my own goddamn music. Dun 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 dun. Ooh. If I get some good larvae out of that. It's too bad I don't have a bug net. Oh, I bet waving around a torch would probably do pretty good. Let's see. Do I even... I don't think I have one anymore. Maybe this. Off. Off with you. Alright. Well, it was worth a try. At least I can get this. Courser bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is chock full of nutrients. Cooking this into a meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients and provides a stamina recovery effect. Nice. Kind of looks like the Bridge of Eldin over that way. Got that nice looking rocky crag. Notice that there was a couple little tower-ish areas. Kind of feel like hitting those up so I can unlock map points, but unless it's required of me, I might just wait until I'm on my own, playing this on my own time. Oh, the stuff goes through another's head? Alright, cool. You guys are crazy. Let's see. No. I guess as long as there's a head in play, the bodies are never truly dead. They're all vying for the same thing. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so let's... Actually, I still probably want to head in this direction. Alright, so the adventure begins. Outside of the very specific things that they let you know what to do, I'm guessing that you probably kind of have a little bit of a free reign here, so it might be interesting. All the more interesting. Just doing a lot of this crap on my own, because... Whoa! I would be very much interested in just kind of exploring at a slow pace. But... we'll see how it kind of plays out as I progress through this. Hyrule Kingdom. Is that what you're calling this area? No, Stalfos. Oh, jeez. Probably don't want to mess with that. Might not have a choice here in a sec. Okay, alright, here they come. You want to make, or is someone to make a combat AI that would be like Shadow Link, but instead the AI would fight you in a style that would adjust depending on how you played through the game, and combat you in a style that goes against players' usual style, force them into different styles of combat. Different way of thinking. That would be interesting. I feel like there's been some indie projects that have attempted to do something like that, but I have neither looked into them in great enough detail and probably would assume that something like that doesn't quite exist on that particular level. You have to think, though, that when it comes to the AI, it would have to account for a lot of different variables, especially if it's going to be memorizing different play styles. So, if it was handled more than likely by somebody that was passionate about combat like that, it would likely be a smaller team and probably just be a primarily combat-focused game. But probably could be done. I remember seeing stuff like, you know, things in line with Absolver or other games like that that... Oh, hello. Yahaha, you found me. Huh? You're not Hestu. But you can see me? I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestu, please return this to him. Korok seed. Small seed is given to you by Korok. It has a distinct smell. Ugh. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places, too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. It's like awkwardly just... Whoa. Sorry. Oh, wait, I'm pressing the wrong button. Every time I see, like, something that's supposed to be for the bumper, it looks like the trigger to me. But I guess they call those the Z, and then whatever combination of that it is. Hey, I need your arm. I'm a little bit low on weapon right now. But anyway, when I see games in line with, like, Absolver or other stuff like that, it always looks fascinating, just like the amount of variables that are taken into account with the combat. But with stuff like that in particular, I don't even think those are greatly AI-based. I think they're mostly just, you know, PvP, which kind of takes some of the fun out of it. It usually means that you can't have any sort of story or motivation or any gameplay outside of player versus player be something that's worth a damn. I saw an interesting one. I don't remember the name of it, but it focused on different types of swordplay combat. It sort of looked like Bushido Blade to me, which I always thought was a great series. I mean, you know, series. There's 2 games, but I always thought both of those games were great. And it always would have been nice to see something that was, you know, kind of in line with the style that those games had, but a little bit more expanded, maybe. But yeah, it's like... That, probably... Oh god. That's not what I meant. Probably is not going to be a very close equivalent. Rock salt. Crystallized salt from the ancient sea, commonly used to season meals. Cannot be eaten in this form. Oh, wait, we have more. Topaz. This precious yellow gem contains the power of electricity. Oh. It's been known to fetch a high price since ancient times. That's interesting. Yeah, too bad about that, huh? Guess I'll take these Bokoblin Horn. Oh, wait. Can't carry any more melee weapons. Well, that's too bad. Well, seeing as that there's a shrine here and everything, don't feel like I should be passing this up. Oh, sorry, haven't been looking at YouTube. But welcome back. AI not as magic as some people think. Can do some crazy things, but you'd be surprised if it could handle 3D adaptive combat without running aimlessly into a wall. It would take a lot of doing. Like I said, there's so many different variables when it comes to AI that I think that when it comes to combat that would be that in-depth, it would like pretty much have to be just a fighting game or something like that. I doubt you could apply it to something with a much grander scheme, like a Legend of Zelda or something along those lines, but you never know. Let's try that again. Not that. There should be different play styles. I will go through them based on how the player fight against each other. The style depending on which the player struggles most, so pick that one and stick to it. And it notices different play styles that would change the combat like that. Yeah, I think that would be much more of an approachable way of doing it, and it would still feel like it's an adaptive form of gameplay as opposed to actual adaptation. You never know, though. There might be a point where that kind of stuff will be achievable. But, unfortunately, once you start getting into things like that, I know a lot of people that have gone into game design or, you know, messed with AI, script work, other things like that, and it tends to be the case that compromises must be made in most circumstances, so. But you could do a lot with compromises. And still make something that's reflective of the, you know, the original goal. But it's never a bad idea to keep striving for something that you want to try and make a reality like that. Keep chipping away at it, you might come up with something that's pretty damn close. It's not manipulated by metal, I'm sure. No, it isn't. Okay, I need to find a way to get up somewhere high and try to do this. Or just do it from there, actually. That's probably a achievable spot. Machine learning algos are as smart as computers. He found that computers without direction to be quite dumb. Well, there is that. I think the idea is sound enough. As far as the implementation goes, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how achievable it would be in reality. But as I was saying, you know, it's always good to try and strive for something. So whether or not it can be done, maybe. And like I said, you might have to make some compromises along the way, but if it's something that you're really passionate about, and either you can put the time into trying to make your idea a reality, or, you know, if you have the resources to get other people to do it, then I say go for it. Always nice to have new ideas, or at least different approaches, even if it's something similar to another idea, out and about, because otherwise we just fill our lives with redundancies. Oops. I could have made that if I held the A button down. Instead, I just slashed my way down. There we go. Also, it's time to eat something. Yay. How about that and that? I needed that stamina? Evidently not, since I was able to make it over here. It's a neat concept. He originally wanted to go into machine learning AI development. I imagine there's a lot of applications for it, even outside of just, you know, specifically game development like that. So there's probably a lot of different fields where something like that would actually come into play. Even if you're just approaching it from a hobbyist level standpoint, it always could lead on to greater things. Turning hobbies into jobs. What's that, Pooch? If you befriend a dog, it may lead you to something interesting. Okay. I guess I'll have to look out for some dogs then. What? Excuse me? Oh, collaboration with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The southern sky in the middle of the largest bridge. Eastern sky from the skull's left eye. Southwestern sky from the peak tall pierced snowy mountain. Look to the sky at these locations to find red shooting stars. Oh. It just like when I see like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 pop up on screen, I'm like, well, okay. In a Zelda game. Takes me a little aback. Facebook's dang advertising algorithm is pretty effective. Yes, see, applications like that. Those cock goblins have a little treasure chest up there. The dog hint? Well, I wouldn't say it's probably completely useless, because I wouldn't have assumed that had I seen a dog, I would have just been able to befriend it, so it gives me something to, you know, be on the lookout for eventually, I suppose. Oh, there's a blue one here. Whoa, goddamn it. Did a shitload of damage. Okay, let's try eating something. I'll save it. Although I probably... Whoa, wrong button. Bye. Oh, hey. It was unlocked after the combat. Advertising firms in particular, though, going back to the whole Facebook comment thing, it's, if you ever want to get into a field that pays an ass load of money, advertising is one of the best things you can enter. It's not easy to get into, of course, but, yeah, it's a big field. Soldier's bow. Okay. Got one of those before, but having a second one isn't a bad idea. What is this? Let's see. Do I have something? I could probably get rid of this. Boko Bat. Clunky club made by Bokoblin. You can swing it at an enemy shield. May be able to knock the shield out of your foe's hand. Also, I like having that claymore around. I'm probably going to switch over to something else. Maybe I'll try to use that arm. You could deal with an assload of money. Yeah, well, you're here. I'm sure a lot of us can. They told me I was getting a bonus this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. What you need to do to get a dog in Breath of the Wild. You can bond with the dog just by spending time with it, running around with the dog, or by playing fetch with it with a branch. What's up, stranger? Maybe somewhat used to seeing bad omens by now, but that... Well, let's just say it's badder than most. That doesn't look that bad. We're doomed! I mean, don't panic. Sorry, who are you? Have we met? Well, it doesn't matter who you are, really. I was getting tired of talking to myself, so you've come at a good time. By the by, those strange things that popped up out of the ground, did you see them? Yeah, the Stolfos? Of course. I'm not talking about mushrooms here, I'm talking about those towers. Oh, that, okay. Well, I guess there's a lot of things in the Zelda universe that pop out of the ground. They seem to have popped up all over the place. That's not the only strange thing that's happened. Those long-deserted shrines suddenly started glowing. You know what this means, don't you? The end is here! With all this craziness happening, I've been keeping an eye on that thing, just to see if it suddenly starts moving, you know? Yeah, good idea. Yeah, that Guardian is worth watching. It's just like the other ones from those old stories. Did you know some of them can move? One of them chased me down and tried to kill me. Goodbye. This one here? No, it was a different one. It's one closer to the castle, but before the forest. When they spot you, they shoot blue beams of light at you. I mean, I was so sure that it was the end for me. I was prepared for the worst. I somehow managed to escape into the nearby woods. You think it was my lightning flash reflexes that saved me? I wish. Truth is, I just got lucky. Anyway, I hear the Guardians like that still wander around Hyrule Castle. Be careful. Ended up as an SQL Server DBA somehow. A bunch of other specialized stuff thrown in there. Well, it sounds like a decent job at the very least. I know some people that have fell into positions that they are well underqualified for. And I'm not saying that you are, I'm just saying that in my experience, you know, sometimes you're lucky to get what you get, and even if you have a passion for something else, kind of best just to stick with it, because a lot of people having some issues lately. Whoa, geez. Hanging on to some decent work. Pays the bills, exactly. Well, if there's a parry mechanic, I'm sure I'll get it down eventually, but I'm not terribly concerned about that right now. Hit you with this rusty claymore. Oh, no, you don't. And then somehow, by dropping the stone, it still gets me. Bokoblin Guts, rare material obtained by defeating Bokoblin. It convulses on its own every now and then, which is really creepy, but perhaps it has a use. Perhaps it does. Oh yeah, we have to account for the arc. Company you work for will hire any college major with 0 experience, hence why you were unqualified. Well, I mean, you know, having the degree helps, but no experience in the field. Sometimes you can luck out like that. I'm gonna eat that right now. Opal, valuable ore, gives off a mesmerizing iridescence similar to the inside of a seashell. It contains a power of water. Just like quartz, somehow it contains the power of electricity. Funny how things like that happen. As Guardians, you can parry laser and any attack, and depending on the attack, will reflect. Sounds good. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm not terribly worried about things like that right now, especially if all we're facing is Bokoblins. Hey, frogs. Oh. I didn't know they were going to hop into the ground. What was that? We have Dueling Peak Stable and the Proxim Bridge. Also got a tower over here. I'm sure that'll be interesting. I noticed that there was metallic boxes that were just kind of hanging around the last spot, but no, not that. I guess none of this is going to be terribly helpful. Except in that case. I saw the barrels over there. I didn't know it would cause that big of an explosion. Oh. Thought he'd land in the fire. Come back here, cock goblin. It's quite a tough one, wasn't it? I think that one dropped a heart too, but it burnt up in the fire. What a shame. Soldier's Broadsword. Let's get rid of... This is looking kind of shitty. And... Let's look at that rusty crap. Let's get rid of that. Building up job experience for the future. So I need to get a start after college. So many entry-level jobs these days aren't so entry-level. I hear that. Inventory's full. Well, I don't really care. Just drop the crap. I'll make room for it, especially if it's something better. Alright, Godot. You're probably not going to miss too much anyway, so, but thanks for coming back. Thanks for chatting again. Hopefully we'll see you on one of the future ones. What the? Oh, it's an Octorok. I was confused for a second. I didn't know what that was. Alright, Link. Don't drown. No, not that. Damn bastards. Damn, I did not want him to call. Alright, fine. Guess I'm gonna keep getting hit by that Octorok back there. Let's just eat that. I'll see if I can get past this. Dash, son. Need to add some more things. They can be custom. Things? I'm winning a little. Let's see. Guess there's not a fire around here. It's a damn shame, too. Might just toss a bomb in there. Not quite. Need to get closer. No, that didn't work. Oh, the point rewards? I might look into it at some point. It's not like the biggest of concerns for me, since I don't get a ton of people that request to use them or anything. Come back, bomb. I just want this guy to explode. Well, I didn't want to explode, but I'll take it. When I looked at it before, there wasn't like a ton of options, though. I mean, there might be some more things that I might be able to customize with it, but it wasn't like anything too crazy or even all that cool. At least from what I saw. Maybe when it comes to partners, it's a little bit different, but... Alright, everybody grab their weapons. Oh no, give me that. I want them guts. Might be able to use it for something in the future. You've crashed your game like 10 times, really? This game? That's unfortunate. Yeah, doing stupid things, so... I suppose it happens. We got ourselves a big tower here. Actually would give me a haystack that I could jump into. We need those sick visuals. Let's see. That should be the entry point there. This reminds me when, for some inexplicable reason, I guess because they were both in the quote-unquote stealth genre, but there was a crossover between Assassin's Creed and Metal Gear Solid. And it only lasted for like a couple of games. Oh man, what was it? There was Assassin's Creed 2 had a cyborg Raiden costume. And that might have been it from their end. I know that in Metal Gear Solid 4 there was the like Altair hood. And then I think in Peace Walker you could have a haystack box that you could dive into from rooftops, but it presented you with very limited use for it. But I guess it was a thing. Been so long since you had to climb a tower. Yeah, sometimes going back and replaying a game from the beginning, or if you're watching somebody else play it, it's like there's all this stuff that you progress so far beyond that it don't feel so foreign. What do we have here? Additional functionality detected. Shiekah sensor. The sensor reacts when you're close to shrines that you have not yet visited. If you head in the direction where the reaction is strongest, you should be able to find the shrine. You can enable or disable the Shiekah sensor with Y on the map screen. Alright. J-Bear Gaming, welcome to the stream. The tower activation song. It's a nice little tune. Sensor indicator has been placed near the minimap. Search for shrines by moving in the direction with the strongest signal. Yes, we went over that. Okay, so... we're still looking to go through here. Oh, it's not going to do that every time, is it? Didn't necessarily want that. What's this? Oh, it's a bird. I thought it was a person. I'm like, whoa. Cool looking dude standing there. I thought he was just watching stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, not that. There we go. You know what? Maybe we don't need the sensor on. Oh, why? There we go. No. Oh, okay, I didn't want to stay up there. For sure, a lot of these things. Series for this game is over 40 years old. Let me think. 96, 2006, 2016. Not quite. Over 40? Over 30, not over 40. Legend of Zelda on NES came out in 86. Oh, you know what? I did use a hammer last time. It was a lot more efficient. Or sulfur a lot. I'm assuming once we get up to Kakariko, we'll probably find a shop or two. Considering it is populated and everything. Oh, are you ready to become a hero of the wild? I sure am. Oh, hey. I guess it wasn't jingling for nothing. The Ri-Dahi Shrine. Let's see what we got. I'm guessing I don't need to actually do these. I could probably just jump back to them since I already found them. But while we're finding them, I might as well do it while I'm here. Three shines, two of them on the top. I'm Ri-Dahi. The name of goddess of Hylia offer this trial. Some kind of orb. Oh, okay. That's cool, I guess. I knew that was going to happen. Need to cut that momentum a little shorter. Your favorite's Ocarina? Oh shoot, I should have been standing on that. I didn't know that was the one that was going to take off, though. Ocarina is a good game. I mean, you know, we've talked about this before, but you know, it doesn't get the status among many people as the greatest game of all time for nothing. I got a friend streaming it right now, and he's playing through... He played through half of it like 10 years ago, and now he's playing through the second half of it 10 years later, which he's never done before, and he's having a pretty good time from what I've seen. It's been a while since I played Ocarina, but it definitely was one of my favorites. Nice. I think once I'm done with Breath of the Wild, I'm going to look at going back and playing some of the older games, but When I do Ocarina, I want to do Majora right after, so I kind of got to be in the mood for both of them. Let's see. And I don't know if I want to do something. I might even take a break from Zelda altogether. We'll see. But who knows? Actually, get up on this. Doesn't look like I can. I think in terms of Zelda games, my favorite is still probably Link to the Past, but depending on how many I play through these. How many Zelda games I play through, actually. It might change, we'll see. I just replayed that one not that long ago. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. That's the way you do it. And I still had a great time playing it. Come on, Link. You just hopped up on that thing. There we go. Oh! The best armor is annoying to get. In this game? I'm sure. Oh wait, that thing's already... Oh no! Oh, there goes the barrels. I thought since it put me back over there I had to redo the puzzle, but clearly that wasn't the case. Oh well. I feel like I'll come back and do that again. Seems like there's a lot of more variables when it comes to like outfits, armors, weapons, all that jazz. So I like the fact that there's variety. Usually when it comes to the Zelda games, there's not a ton. So it's nice to kind of step outside the boundaries. I'm going to skip that since it doesn't really seem to add a hell of a lot right now. But since we're just sort of starting to dig our heels into the game, I'm not going to be looking too hard. I think this is probably a game that I'll play a bit on my own time. That usually tends to be the case when it comes to open world games that I'm actually streaming. But it's like, you know, I said this before, but for the sake of anybody skipping through or just watching this now, it's like when it comes to games that have big, vast open worlds with a lot of places to explore and a lot of things to do, what I'll do when I stream it is I'll usually shoot for the straight story stuff. And then when it comes to kind of looking around for little extra tidbits or hidden stuff, things that don't necessarily pertain straight to the story, then I'll be a little bit more liberal with finding that on my own time. Oops, that's not what I meant. Ooh! I forgot those guys hit for quite a bit. And I forgot what the dash back button was. Still gotta get used to the controls. Honestly, I'd love to play this game with a Pro Controller. But if I got one, it'd have to be an OEM one. And those have not been... I've been looking online. I'd like to get a new one, but people just want too damn much for a new Wii U Pro Controller. So, I don't know. Still got hit. Actually, thinking about it, I'm not even sure if I'd be able to play this with the Pro Controller. I think when it came to the Switch, it didn't really matter. It's not like the gamepad... Well, the gamepad doesn't do anything, though. It has gyroscopic aim, but I think you'd be able to get gyroscopic aim with the Pro Controller, too, so... That probably doesn't weigh in a hell of a whole lot. They had a, at least I think they did, they had a cooking pot over here. Yeah, they did. Okay. Do I still have that bad torch? Yes, I do. I'll get that as a replacement. Okay. So, let's take this. Cook that. Simmered fruit. Sweet dish is made by heaping tasty fruits into a pan and simmering until tender. Sounds good to me. Oh, that okay. I didn't even look at the cooked food section. I was looking in the wrong spot. Best armor in Breath of the Wild is the ancient set, only obtainable after you complete a side quest. Robbie's Research when you beat the game. Well, when it comes to the little details and stuff, that's probably fine. I have not played this game before, so a lot of this is a blind run. This is completely first playthrough. I will say, however, that I do like finding things on my own, so whether that's, you know, really good armors, or, you know, whatever side quests and stuff is. It's basically, we'll get to it when we get to it, but it's good to know that certain things are on the horizon. Oh no, goat, no. We've had issues before. I don't think I need another run-in with you. I bet you could glide from down there. Ah, this is the life, is it? Who are you? You look a little weird. You look familiar, but weird. Oh, I know. Okay. I know what it reminds me of. I'm not going to say it, though. Good morning. Don't see a whole lot of travelers passing through here. Is it Sagesa or Sagesa? You know, with how peaceful it is around here, it's sometimes easy to forget that the world almost ended years ago. But there are still monsters wandering around, and the area near Hyrule Castle is especially dangerous. If you're going to be traveling, you should know a thing or two about elixirs. Alright. Elixirs? Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. It's going to be a long game. Hopefully I'll be able to knock out a lot of it on my own time without delving too deep into the story. And we could just kind of reserve story bits for the stream and not have it take terribly long. You can make elixirs by mixing bugs and other small creatures into monster parts and monster parts. Most of them are no good for refilling your health, but they can have a lot of unique effects. Some elixirs can increase your speed, others raise your resistance to extreme temperatures. I'm actually impressed that you've made it this far without any knowledge of elixirs. Well, I've experimented a little bit. Can't have it on my conscience if something happens to you from here, so I'll give you one of mine. Hasty elixir. I guess technically that was an elixir. I've made dishes. It's fine enough. Grants low-level haste effect, which boosts your movement speed while running or swimming or climbing. Yay, drugs. Using a hasty elixir increases your run speed, so I use it to escape from enemies or anytime I need to hurry. Recipe is just a hightail lizard and monster parts, so I usually have a stock of 10 or so on hand. Alright, cool. Pillars of ice for the shrine. Alright. Again, when it comes to, you know, solving things like that, I much prefer to figure it out on my own, but first time being here, I'm not going to harp on it too much, but thank you. Beetle, you son of a bitch, you're still here.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't believe I've made your acquaintance. Name's Beetle, but you can call me, well, actually, let's just stick with Beetle. But even if you forget my face, I ain't forgetting that face. You can remember me by my beetle-shaped backpack. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Kinda. Despite these dangerous times, you'll find me traveling all over Hyrule to fulfill your shopping needs. Stock many special bugs, must-have items for travelers, and I always charge a fair price. Well, my name's not Beetle. No, don't worry about it, J-Bear. Like I said, people coming in for the first time, I don't expect everybody to know everything. But, yeah, just, you know, even if it's the little things, I get a little bit of gratification out of figuring out some of the stuff like that. I also buy all sorts of things. If you're in need of rupees, gemstones in particular fetch a high price. Can I help you today? What do you have? Oh, no, this is what I have. Alright, well, let's see. Rushroom. Most of the materials. I'm always hesitant when it comes to games that have a lot of things that could potentially be used, certain concoctions, because, you know, they probably have a better use outside of just selling it, but tends to be when I have an excess of things, I might sell a good fair amount of them, but it's not like these are worth much of anything. Probably just better to use them for elixirs. Got a shitload of these, though. Tasty elixirs are your favorite. You have the need for speed. Regular Tom Cruise. What have you got? Okay, so here's where we could buy arrows. Restless Cricket, very energetic cricket. Cook it with monster parts to create a stamina recovery elixir. Quick frog that can be found hopping around near water. Cook it with monster parts to draw on its speed boost. Oh, okay. I saw some frogs hopping around. Although I didn't catch them, so I guess that's on me. Octo Balloon, inflatable Octorok. Organ has a lot of lift, so attach to items you want to see float. Hold it in your hands and then place on an object to attach it. Okay. That sounds interesting. I will buy one. Wow! I've seen a couple Octoroks, but they've sort of been out of the way. I'm a little disappointed he doesn't do the O. I'm not going to try and replicate it because it would break my mic, but... You can't have Beetle without the O. Whoa. Dude's got a... Are these guys twins? Dude's got a smug look on his face. I've got the scoop on Misko's treasure, and it's great. Listen up, Dak. Person, hang on. Hey, buddy, what's your problem? You aren't being incredibly rude and listening to our conversation, are you? We're treasure hunters on the trail of the latest score. Treasure of the great bandit Misko. It's as good as ours. Listen, you're going to give it all away. Sorry, Dak, I got carried away. Anyway, we're busy here, dude. Dude? Really? If you need something, take it up with someone else. Alright. I see how it is.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome, will you be staying with us? Regular bed will cost you 20. Oh, they got inns. Soft bed is 40. What's the soft bed? Soft bed is a special bed we're proud to offer here at our stable. Costs more than a regular bed, but you'll wake up more energized. Nah, I think I'm good. Okay. Let me see. Since that marks... Okay, I got this, like, in the way, so I can't really see at the bottom here. Dueling Peak Stable. I guess we can't travel here from the looks of it. Although I will probably just do... Let's just mark this up. No, not that. Fly bomb. Okay. Aim underfoot. Can we actually... Okay. Can't I even, like, do that on here? I guess there isn't a way to get out except for just do it on the inside and hope to warp out. What's that? Legend of Zelda, Legend of Zelda first game of the series. Its first release in Japan, 1986 on the Famicom Disk System. Yep, 1986. Which I think is what I said before. So, this year would be, what, like the 35th anniversary? I forget. I know a lot of people were expecting Nintendo to make an announcement regarding the Legend of Zelda series, maybe a collection of some sort that's going to be released on the Switch or something along those lines. I mean, obviously we're supposed to be getting the Breath of the Wild 2, but let me try this aim underfoot deal. Nice. I guess I had to jump for that. Still, anything would be nice. I mean, I know Age of Calamity just came out, but that's sort of a different breed of Zelda game. I just kind of pressed everything there. But I think a collection would be cool. A lot of people were kind of hoping, or at least hopeful for something along the lines of like a Skyward Sword port. God damn it. I thought I was close enough to the wall where I could run up it. Wait a second, is he not being able to grab on here? I guess he isn't. Well then in that case, I know I could grab onto the ice. At least I think I can. Oh, but I could create multiples. I'm just not aware. There we go, okay. I haven't really looked into the release date. It is slated for this year, correct? I know it's supposed to release soon-ish, but I don't know if it had like an exact release date. Especially with COVID and everything, it's kind of hard to imagine that any sort of production will be taking place smoothly, so. But who knows? Last time we saw a situation like this, we needed to have pressure switches pushed. Let's see what's going on in here. I know COVID's a really low kill rate. But the thing is it's still, I mean, a lot of companies, regardless of whether or not, you know, you feel like you're going to be in danger, a lot of companies have been pulling back on production. I mean, hell, my mom has an office job, and with her, she, you know, has a pretty low risk considering the work circumstances, but they're still having people just work from home there. So, you know, if they're doing it with like a low-level company like that, I'm sure, especially when it comes to stuff like production costs, they're probably wanting to try to keep costs low and everything else. Ah, shit. In these big, huge game companies. Even then, it feels like the new name for the flu. Well, you know. A lot of people got their own opinions on the matter. But regardless, you can't deny that it's had an effect. Subtitle's going to be Shadow of the Lost. I'll be aiming for an October 15th, 2021 release date. All right. I mean, if you feel that way personally, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not necessarily going to get into it myself for my own personal beliefs on it. It's a very touchy subject. Many people have very different opinions on COVID. So, you know, I feel like we should kind of appreciate more than one standpoint. Like I said, it's not necessarily even that it reflects my personal beliefs necessarily, but it's definitely not something... It's starting to get into political territory, basically. People get so touchy about certain things like that. I mean, especially depending on the region that you're in. Like, particularly with people in the UK, they get very, very touchy when it comes to COVID-related subjects. So... And I most certainly do not want to step on anyone's toes on stream. It's not my goal here. So, whether you feel like it's a big risk or not, it has an effect, you know, just taking it from a base face standpoint, it's got an effect on the industry. You can't deny it, regardless of your personal feelings. It's still got an effect. And it has been, you know, blamed for a lot of dates being pushed back. You know, a lot of industries, like the movie industry in particular, especially considering the way theaters are. It's like a lot of industries are trying to slowly and gradually push out a lot of their media, not necessarily wanting to get it all out, even if it's stuff like video games where you think production would take place in safer environments or whatever. But that's just how it goes. All right. I think I committed to actually skipping these because it really doesn't change. We get a new, like, crusty old man to look at. But once we see the model, I think that's good. It's probably fine from that point onward. Hey, the spikes are gone. It's a pandemic. Politics are using it as an attack. Yeah, and you know, see, that's the kind of stuff I want to avoid, though. Because we all have different opinions on it as a whole, and it definitely leads to, let's just say, conflict. Hey, horses. So when it comes to the stream, I mean, if you want to have a personal conversation or something with me, I guess that's the thing, but that's one thing I should say. But when it comes to the stream, I'm going to lay off of touchy subjects like that. But if something is stated as fact, then I'm just going to state it as a fact, but not necessarily go into deep opinions. The hell is this place? What time is it for me? We're getting close to midnight, but not quite there yet. Kakariko Bridge. It's a lot bigger than I remember. Hi.
Yeah.
You're lost, aren't you? Oh no, it's okay. Everyone gets lost from time to time. The Dueling Peak Stable is to the south, and Hateno Village is to the east. If you have a map, look at it as you travel. That's what I've been doing, lady. It's too bad there isn't a map to life, you know? Sure thing, Braca. 1:25 a.m. Yeah, you're, what would that be, an Eastern? EST? Blue Nightshade. Plant that grows in quieter areas of Hyrule. At night it gives off a soft glow. Cook with it to increase your stealth. Oh. It's a sneaking plant. The Hyrule Herb. Where's my hammer at? Nice. Got that flint going on. Iron Shroom. Cap of this mushroom is very hard. Use it when cooking to prepare a dish that increases your defense. Oh. Should probably be on the lookout for more of those. Indianan. Yeah, I'm on the southwest side of the states, so a couple hours behind you guys. You lads in the east. What the hell is that? Is that a massive Korok? Ah, Shalaka, or Shalashaska. Ah. You can see me? I can't see you. Shaloko. Then how are you talking to me, silly boy? Shalaza Shalaka. It's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. I'm Hestu, and I need your help. Oh, hey, one of your friends was talking about you. Those monsters over there stole my beloved maracas. It seems like there's a lot of snow going on everywhere. I got snow down here. Even Texas. I got a friend in Texas that was snowed in, lost electricity. So it's very surprising. They almost never, I shouldn't say almost never, but it's very rare that they get snow to the point where it causes problems like that. And I was surprised to get a little snowstorm that passed through here. We get snow every once in a while, but it's not often. It's still snowing on a daily basis, so it's a little late. What state do I live in? I live in an excellent state. I'm in a good state of mind. I live in the southwest, so keep it at that. I think they're still... I think they're still there on the other side of those rocks. Can't use my powers without them, Shoko. So please get my maracas back from them. You got a foot of snow. Oh. That gets pretty intense. One time we had a foot of snow, and it literally broke us as a state. Like, everything shut down, and we had no means to deal with it. It was kind of embarrassing, but it's like we get snow so seldom on levels like that it was just absolutely horrendous. Two feet of snow. Oh, I blocked that one hit. need my, where's my claymore? Do I live in Florida? Nah. Florida almost doesn't get anything in terms of snow. I mean, we still get it, like, you know, a few times a year, but just not that often. Whoa. Actually, hold up. I want to get this crap before it... Ah! God damn it. Florida gets hurricanes, and Florida man. There's a reason why there's so much Florida man. What do they call it? It's like the Sunshine Law or something like that. Basically, any news group, or no, it's not even a news group. You as a person, anyone from the public can dig up a police report, and there's no law, you know, restricting you from doing that. Whereas in a lot of other states, you're not allowed to do that. So the reason why there's so much Florida man... Oh god, this thing is slow. It's not even that great. But the reason why there's so much Florida man is just because anyone, literally anybody, can go and get a police report if they so request for it. So all the weird, stupid crimes that normally doesn't get reported on or stays relatively hidden when it comes to, you know, most other places, you're opening the floodgates in Florida. So everybody's business is fully known. Caught him off guard. I think it's called the Sunshine Law or something like that. Something weird. Goats fear me. I guess I'm not really near a mountain right now, am I? Spearman is who I was afraid of. Look at that. So are the maracas in here? What do we got? Hestu's maracas. Hestu's beloved maracas. He's been shaking them since he was 2 years old. It's a nice little detail there. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of mechanics like parrying I haven't been doing, but that's alright. Those are my maracas. Please give them to me! Shalaka! But wait, there's something wrong with my maracas. The Korok seeds inside are gone. How am I supposed to dance now, Shoko? If I had just one Korok seed, I could sing, dance, and use my powers to help you. You see, I have the power of inventory expansion, so let me know if you find some Korok seeds. Funny you should say that. Children of the Forest must have taken the Korok seeds from my beloved maracas. I never thought I'd be the target of one of their pranks, Shoko. But wait, do you have a Korok seed? You do! You got a Korok seed from one of the forest children. If you'll give me just one Korok seed, I'll make your inventory bigger in return. Sure. What am I going to do with this? Did I know in Japan they expanded and another country wanted to build the railways, so they had a ton of guards there, and when they finished, they downgraded to a duck ton. What did you say, downgrade? Shalaka, so which stash do you want? This weapon stash is fine. What's up, Jay Bear? Welcome to Twitch chat. Da na 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 na. Your weapon stash has been expanded. Shalaka. I'll be here for a little while, so if you find more Korok seeds, bring them to me. Oh, God. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll be on the lookout for that. If the Shalaka dance gets us some more inventory, I'm fine with that. Raw bird drumstick. This meat is tougher and chewier than a standard steak. Tastes better cooked. I'm sure. Oh, climbing cliffs is a challenge on a rainy day, even for an old hand like me. Best you just wait out the rain on those days. Selling a few things I picked up on my travels. Doesn't cost to look. Doesn't cost to sell. Except for when you have to pay. Energetic rhino beetle. This valuable beetle can live up to 10 years. When cooked with monster parts, its impressive vitality translates to an elixir that will greatly restore your stamina. Yeah, I was noticing that. Like, Link is a very stout little man in comparison to everyone else. Maybe he's just youthful. He hasn't grown into his full man form. Staminoka bass. This Hyrule bass got to be the biggest fish by never getting caught until now. Its long life results in a cooked dish that will restore a lot of stamina. Green mushroom that grows near trees. Okay, we've seen those before. Bright eye crabs. This crab appears in large numbers when it rains. One bite of its delectable meat, and you'll forget all your exhaustion. It replenishes your stamina when cooked into a dish. Well, you gotta figure while he's been sleeping those 100 years, he's been in some form of stasis. Unless he's just like some woodland fairy sprite. Nah, I'm good. A bit of water ebbing from there. Oh, there's some frogs. The 100-year nap any gamer would want. Can't sleep, must game. Who needs sleep when you have video games? It's a lot of Shiekah going on here. Ah, crap. I assume I'd need a bug net or something for those. And also probably try to approach it a little quieter. Ah, finally. Kakariko Village, we made it. Who are you? Oh, traveler. I'm sorry, but I seem to have twisted my ankle. Let's see here. No, I'm sorry you had to see me like that. I'm sorry, too. Say, traveler, where did you get that object hanging from your waist? Well, you see, let me tell you. Yes, I see. That Shiekah slate is a symbol. It means you are the hero of legend. Oh, so many people tell me that. Though there are few who know of such legends anymore. But we Shiekah have been waiting for you for a very long time. Please, before all else, I must insist you meet with our leader, Lady Impa. Where is she? Lady Impa's house is below. Lantern Falls just over there. Oh, okay, the big one in the center. In any case, it was a real honor to meet you. I suppose you're used to that, having lived as long as you have. Yeah, memory's a little spotty. Pull a fry, get $5 billion from the bank in 1,000 years in the future. Yeah, just hang on to some of your old shit if you can stasis yourself. Put some things that you think might increase in value in your pockets when you enter stasis. You can just sell it. It'll be like, what the hell was that movie? The Tomorrow Man or something like that? You had all those minty mint baseball cards. Sneaky river snail. Oh, okay, I thought those were stamina fruits. This large glow-in-the-dark snail lives in fresh water. When cooked into a dish, it heightens your senses so you can move about silently. Is this all just up for grabs? What splendid carrots. It looks like someone's gone to great lengths to grow them. But I can't take them? Oh, I thought he was practicing some kind of... Or... he? Her? I don't know. Are you... Sorry to bother you, but are you a fellow traveler? As for me, I just love art. In fact, I'm traveling the world in search of beautiful landscapes. Just between you and me, I hear there's a great fairy fountain somewhere near this village. I hear it's breathtakingly beautiful. You have a friend who has first edition Exodia cards. From Yu-Gi-Oh? Minty mint. I saw someone selling a set, I think, of those recently. Went for quite a bit. I don't know. Some sort of news hit about some set being sold for quite a lot. So, aesthetics aside, they also say the place can bestow some kind of mysterious power on people. Well, however, since I'm an outsider, I can't get anyone to tell me any more details than that. These villagers never leave the safety of their village, so travelers like me are treated with suspicion. But I won't give up. Oh, and if I manage to find out anything, I'll be sure to let you know. You got food? You're eating at this hour? Well, if you're hungry, might as well. Oh, better not take the sacred apples. You there! Who are you? I dare you trespass upon Lady Impa's abode. I have the Shiekah slate, sir. Is that a Shiekah slate? But that would mean you are... No, it's not possible. Can it be? Am I finally getting through? Please forgive us for behaving so rudely. Of course, we have heard the legends from Lady Impa herself. Please, friend, go ahead and step aside. Or inside, rather. Yu-Gi-Oh! Only has one loss. Yu-Gi-Oh! Only has one lost. Every other time he was going to lose, he cheated. Oh, you mean in the show? A man! Huh? Is that... It's a Shiekah slate. Everybody's been looking at my slate lately. Could you be the hero my grandmother told me about? What was his name? Lin? Oh, it's not that. I forgot. Just bad with speaking. As for me, my name is Pay. Oh, my name is Paya. Oh, got it out. She sims for Link. Okay, I see how it is. I know I should be able to say that easily, seeing as how it's my own name and all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, my grandmother's been awaiting your return ever since I was little. Please, hurry inside. The Heart of the Cards, yes. I watched that for like a good season or two. There's a lot of Heart of Cards nonsense and using his little medallion around his neck. There you go, that's how you crouch. Give me those stamina shrooms. Alright. Get back up there. Get a problem or something outside of the speech impediments? I'll check out the bridge later.
So, you're finally awake.
Ah!
It has been quite a long time, Link.
Legend of the Frog
I am
Woman.
much older now, but you remember me, don't you?
Can't say that I do.
Ah,
Mordecai from regular shows, the Alpha Simp. Simping before simps were a thing. What's the matter? You are looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. She's old like Ocarina of Time. Impa's been in Zelda games for quite a while, ever since the adventure of Link. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name Impa.
oh,
Oh, I see. So you have lost your memory. Well, it matters not. In fact, that may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. You got some cool emblems on your hat there. Dearest Link, please come a bit closer. Stronger in the old days, fatter too, but maybe that was the strength underneath. 100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I've been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, these words which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. But I'm afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I don't think Zelda has anything to fear from that, but maybe. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. I don't see why I can't. It's just the message, right? Is my mind gonna melt? Why can't I listen to it if I don't have my memories? The words that the princess risked her life to impart to you, I cannot pass them on to someone who lacks conviction. Are you prepared to risk your life for the greater good? Yeah, sure, whatever. Ha! Not a memory to your name, yet you are intent as ever to charge forward with only courage and justice on your side. I guess we'll find out what's going on, but let's sort of see what happens as it happens. You've not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero.
oh.
Very well. Since you have lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened. All right, lay it on me.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm. The people thought it wise to utilize their technological prowess to ensure the safety of the land, should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians.
I understand she's old and everything, but this is a really quiet part, so I gotta boost the volume even more.
Piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land.
Also,
And
yes,
thus, the plan to
big exposition
neutralize
dumps.
Ganon was forged. Upon Ganon's inevitable return to Hyrule, the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil. The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero as the divine beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their terrible foe. And when the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon.
Yeah, they did it. Just like they did it all the other times.
Yeah.
Except for that one time, but we don't speak about that. Oh, I'm back to reading now. 100 years ago, in preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. But in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words.
Oh,
Free the 4 divine beasts. That is what she said. Oh, no, wait, no, shit. I wanted to go for the lower option. Oh, well. The 4 divine beasts are the ancient Shiekah weapons wielded by the 4 champions who Ganon defeated. If they just died there, then that probably would be reason enough. But we'll see. The divine beast Va Rudania, controlled by Daruk of the Gorons. The divine beast Va Medo, controlled by Rivali of the Rito. The divine beast Va Ruta, controlled by Mifa of the Zora. And the divine beast Va Naboris, controlled by Urbosa of the Gerudo. It would be extremely ill-advised to face Ganon without the power of the divine beast to help you. You must infiltrate the divine beast that was stolen away by Ganon 100 years ago and bring them back to our side. More information about these divine beasts can be found by locating the 4 races scattered across Hyrule. Ah. And there they be. The Shiekah slate will guide you on your way. You must go where it tells you and meet with each leader there. Alright. It seems to me that your Shiekah slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory. Now, let's see. I don't know why you're saying that, but I suppose I will find out eventually, as soon as we get there. Someone at the research lab in Hateno Village might be able to help you. Alright, understood. Locked mementos. Alright, DBZ Link, thanks for dropping by. I know it's probably late for you. It's getting a little late for me. I'm probably not going to stream too much longer, but maybe we'll see you on the next one. You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. Oh, I was like, more quests? I guess we got that one. Alright, well, thanks, Impa. It's been a real blast. Pie is down there. And when I said I was probably not going to play much longer, I meant that, like, right now. So, I'm actually surprised the Wii U gamepad has been able to last this long. Me, like, booting up Skyward Sword for, like, 3 days in a row, and just the boot up process was enough to kill the Wii U gamepad. I don't know if it remained on during actual gameplay. It shouldn't have, since I said to use TV only, but it still died, like, over the course of 3 days. So I was a little disappointed, and I was actually worried that when I was going to be playing this, that it was going to die within a few hours. But we've been going for almost 4 hours, and I don't know what the battery life is like. I suppose I could check if I hit the home screen or something like that. I'm not going to. Maybe later. But but anyway, it seems to have lasted this entire stream, so that's good. I doubt I'm going to be doing like 4-hour streams with this every time, but you know, starting off with a new Zelda game, especially something open world like this, we tend to go a little longer, so we'll see how it plays out. Again, I'm likely going to be doing a good portion of this game on my own time, especially finding like a lot of the little shrines and everything like that. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of story elements for those, or any, outside of the first couple ones that we did. So when it comes to the harder story elements, maybe finding these 4 races spread throughout Hyrule, stuff like that, I will be streaming those segments. But when it comes to the little stuff, that's probably going to be done on my own time. So, you know, if we come back to a stream and I have X amount of more hearts or more inventory space or whatever, don't be surprised. While a lot of games I stream solely on the actual, or play rather solely on the stream, open world games probably not going to be the case. But either way, a lot of people here, so thank you guys for watching. Everyone filtering in and out, appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow where we might start up a new game. So we have a couple things to juggle between, but we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe I'll want to come back to Breath of the Wild immediately the day after. But thank you guys. Jay Bear, thanks for the follow. Phoenix Rebu, thanks for the follow earlier. And yeah, we're going to call it here. So take care, and maybe we'll see y'all next time. Until then, have a good night. I'm going to raid Big X Boss, I think, because he just started. Everybody else, I think, has been going for a little while. So let's do it. See you guys.